Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's number one live, online morning show in North Georgia. Folks, it's day 20. It's day 40, okay? Day 40 in the Georgia House of Representatives. What does that mean? Today is sine die at midnight tonight, 4/2/19. It's day 40. At midnight tonight, any legislation that was proposed for 2019, if not passed, dies on the floor. It's over. It has to be passed by midnight. If they go after 12, they have to do a resolution to extend the session. And then it's called an official extension of the session. So they got to be done by midnight. It's over. Gavel it out. It's done. Finished. I have seen it go to 12:02, 12:03, or 12:10. Maybe. Today's it. Now, so if you're looking for a bill, and if it's not midnight tonight, it's done. It's not going through. All right. Getting back to that, let me go to this. It's really sad when, and let's tie the border together. Go to 38. Okay. Closing the border would hurt the U.S. economy. This is what's out there this morning. And it's really disturbing to find out that the media and maybe people out there are more concerned with avocados. And I understand. And then we hear the Chamber of Commerce. Let's go to number 37. Always thankfully CNN lets us know how the world will collapse. This is the world's collapsing CNN moment. Import goods affected by closing the southern border, manufacturing, auto parts, flat screen TVs, computer hardware, medical devices, clothing and apparel. On the agriculture side, avocados, which we will not get our guacamole, tomatoes, strawberries, grapes, and mangoes. Okay, so if President Trump closes the border, there are part of the disasters. Now, once again, number 36, CNN has made sure. Now, if you'll look at the bottom here, U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I'll tell you right now, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is a lot of our problem in this country. Potential fallout from border shutdown. U.S. and Mexico trade $1.7 billion in goods every day. Overwhelming majority of exports shipped via truck and rail. 5 million American jobs would be threatened. U.S. manufacturers' supply chain depend on Mexican resources. Part of auto industry success depends on the ability to ship across the border. So everything we sent to Mexico to be manufactured that needs to come back can't make it. You mean the corporations that left the parts that need to come back because the corporations that left our country can't get them back in? All right. Number 21. Trump considers adding immigration czar. Trump is weighing at least 2 potential candidates for the post. I showed you earlier. Former Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach and former Virginia Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli. Okay. I don't know. I think we have I think we have Kirstjen Nielsen, Homeland Security. All right. Now, so we had to run and get our senators from the border. To put, Mr. Trump, please, number 20. This is a John McCain lookalike. Senator McSally, maybe McCain, McSally from Arizona on the Trump border threat. It's my view that we've got to keep the legitimate trade and travel, cross-border commerce happening at the port of entry while we also need to secure our border and address the crisis. Wimps, wimps, wimps. Let me get number 18, Representative McCall. Texas. The president made that statement out of frustration. I don't think he's going to actually shut off the border. This is why you can't get health care done, folks. Right here. This is why you can't get it done. These are Republican wimps. Number 17. President just left your seat talking about what a great job you do. Senator John Cornyn of Texas. I understand the president's frustration. Damn it, this ain't a frustration. This is an attack, an invasion on our southern border. But the unintended consequences of that, I think, would be bad for everybody. No guacamole. And let's see if I have any others here. And let me see. This is the USA Today, number 19. Trump border closing. Republicans Chamber of Commerce question president's last threat. The Commerce Department estimates $502 billion in goods crossing the border in truck and trains last year, roughly $1.4 billion a day. That doesn't include products shipped by air or sea. $502 billion last year? I don't know. Let's see what the value we call of sex trafficking. Let's see how much fentanyl is crossing the border every day. Let's see how many of our young people and people all across this country are addicted and dying to fentanyl. Let's see how much we're spending on places to take care of these habits, fentanyl habits, these addicts, the healthcare treatment centers we have for addicts in this country. Let's see what that's costing. You want to keep on? Let's see what it's costing our schools, your tax money. Let's see what it's costing in local government services. Let's see what it's costing in housing. Let's see what it's costing our hospitals. $502 billion? What's the value of life anymore? I mean, if we know 100 people die this week of fentanyl overdose, heroin overdose, that came out of Mexico, what's the value of that? I'm just wondering. I think we lost all the value of that. So, the border is a crisis. See what else I have here. Hold on just a second, folks. I want to get... So do you think the President of the United States should close the border? I do. Close the border. I think it's time to close the border and stop people from coming in here and build this damn wall and shut this country off. They've taken our money. They've taken the factories and the jobs that we sent them, the corporations. Leave them down there. You know, go buy a damn American avocado. All right. So I'm just saying. Just saying. All right.